Hello everyone, I'm Cecily and welcome to my channel, The Lover's Astro and Tarot. This reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the powerful sign of Aries. Hi Aries, how are you guys? Hope you guys are looking forward to the new year. You actually have a lot of good stuff coming in. So this is my Aries singles video. So Aries, if you have been hoping somebody new would come into your life, there's a good possibility that at the beginning of the month you will meet someone. Look out for somebody that is a representative of the Queen of Cups. Now, this doesn't mean masculine or feminine. What it really means is the position emotionally and mentally that they're in. So, whenever you get a queen means that they're emotional. A queen means that they are in a place of feeling and not necessarily in a place of action. So just because you have somebody walk into your life that now you have a new interest in at the beginning of the month doesn't necessarily mean that they're the type of person to ask you out all the time right away. So for Aries, this is not necessarily the worst thing for you because you're an Aries and, you love to flirt, and on top of it, you're really good at making sure people understand your motives and your intentions. They're always very clear, very direct. And this person is a little bit more on the shy side, a little bit more on the coy side. Now, a Queen of Cups is someone that usually is represented by a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody that has really deep feelings, somebody that you can tell is very caring, very empathetic, somebody that is very emotionally interested in the people around them. And not only that, but they're in a place where they're really emotionally steady and ready to take on a relationship. If you look at the Queen of Cups, she's in the upright position, which means she's doing well on her own and she's in a positive space. So this is somebody that you can actually talk to and share with and give to without feeling like you're going to be the only person doing things, Aries, which is a really great thing. But it's going to be kind of hard to coax them out of their shell. And Aries, what I would say is try to do that in an uplifting way. Sometimes Aries can be a little bit aggressive, and especially for my female Aries out there, I would say what you really want to do, especially because you're dealing with a water sign, think about fire and water. And water signs are easily burnt up by fire. They turn into steam, which means they get overly emotional because of your passion. Or that all of that water will put out that fire and that passion in you, and they'll dampen you out. So you have to kind of take it step by step and build this foundation, which is what we're talking about here in our second card. Okay, and our second card is really what you're really looking for in a relationship, which is a solid foundation, Aries. You're looking for somebody who's really going to be somebody you can build with. You're kind of tired of going through the back and forth and the off and on. You're really ready to start over fresh with somebody new and be in a place where you know that you're devoted to somebody, you know that you're ready to have a real relationship. And if you look at the Four of Wands, this isn't the traditional imagery, but it is basically the same in the sense that it's about a couple celebrating their commitment to each other. So this card, as you can see, they're dancing, male, female. But more importantly, it's about them sharing with each other. Sharing a home, possibly, sharing some sort of commitment. It really does say that this is where you're going to be mid-month. You're going to say, hey, I really like this new person in my life. Maybe I would actually like to commit to them. So what does that bring up, Aries? That brings up conversation, that brings up decisions. And this is where you're going to be mid-month. You're going to be in a place where you're kind of interested to see how you can how you can really cement the relationship. Now, the Ace of Swords, any ace is all about new beginnings. And the Ace of Swords is one of those cards that's about making a decision, and when we have a new beginning, our mental energy that we put into it and what we decide to do with it. So that Ace of Swords is basically saying, because it's in the upright position, you feel very strong in your choice. You feel like this is somebody that you can depend on, somebody that you care for, somebody that's important to you. And also, it means there's a lot of good, strong communication there, that there's something there that's lasting, something there that is really going to take its time and be able to grow, especially with that Four of Wands there. But the aces also come with a little bit of trepidation because it's a swords card. It means you have a tendency to overthink, which is what this Three of Wands is about. So the Three of Wands is saying, I'm really thinking about starting new and making this for commitment, but I'm not sure 100% because we're moving so fast. And maybe Aries, you've moved a little bit fast in the past, and now you're thinking, I kind of want to make sure that this is it. But at the same time, you're an Aries, and it's very hard to kind of control those passions once they've got started. And with the ball rolling, it can be a little bit difficult to stop that momentum. So what I would really say is, you have somebody coming into your life, even if they're not a water sign, that's okay. They'll take on an emotional standpoint because they're interested in having a relationship with you. And I do see them offering the relationship to you. And it's going to be somebody that you're kind of going, okay, this is great, but is this what I really want 100%? Because that's where you're at, Aries. You want to be sure. You want to make strong decisions. You are all about having a sort of self-assurance and power. So it's going to be really important that you feel like you start your year off in the right way, and the last thing you want to do is invite somebody into your life that's not going to stick around for a while. So let's look at your outcome card, Aries, and see if this is somebody who's staying or if this is somebody who's temporary. Okay, Aries, I actually had two cards come out. They fell out of the deck, so I'm going to show you both. The first one that actually came out is the Knight of Cups. He's in the upright position. The Knight of Cups can mean a couple of things in this reading. The first being, it can definitely connect to that Queen, meaning they're the same person being represented in this reading, the Queen and the Knight of Cups, and that person means the world to you, and that you will get the world out of this relationship if you decide to commit to it. The second thing is that this person is not necessarily who you wanted them to be. They might be too emotional for you. They might not necessarily be the right fit for you. And because of that, they move from a queen to a knight in your eyes, meaning their station lessens a little bit as the month goes by, and towards the end of January, you'll still be feeling very romantic feelings towards them, but the commitment might not necessarily be the same. Also, Aries, if you're not approaching this person, the relationship won't actually happen. So you're going to have to be the person who goes up to them and makes things happen. But if you do decide not to, for whatever reason, towards the end of the month, this person will come to you. And that's another thing that I see. The Knight of Cups is somebody that will come and offer their love to you. A Queen of Cups is not. A Queen of Cups will think about it, she'll love you, she'll be dedicated. But a Knight is someone that takes action, not a Queen. Also, next to the World is one of those really big cards, okay? It signifies changes, and it signifies the end of cycles. So what it really is you're coming to the end of the, I guess I want to call it rigmarole, where you're doing the off and on and the start and stop and all those other things are coming to an end, and it's coming to an end with an offer of love. But Aries, you're going to have to decide whether you want to accept it or not. So Aries, I hope you enjoyed your singles readings. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your likes, your comments, and subscribes. You guys are really, 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 especially my Aries people. I have a lot of Aries people. You guys are really, really caring in terms of your relationships and the way you guys are going. Especially right now, it's a great time for you to get out there. Now, it might not be a great time for things to be permanent, but they will be sooner or later. So, Aries, all you have to do is choose what's in your heart with this person, and you'll end up in the right direction. So, I hope to see you next month, and thank you so much for watching.